y'all can see me. I tried to go live horizontally because Travis um, was telling me today that vertical kind of brings the trolls. So I tried to go live horizontally, but it wouldn't work. So vertical it is. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? How are you this morning? It is 10:11 ship time, and I am out on one of the outer decks just enjoying this view. It's our last sea day. Tomorrow we will be in Ocean King, and I got up kind of early this morning. Maya went to do a spin class, I believe, maybe a stretch class. She's been doing quite a few stretch classes since we've been on the ship. But for some reason this morning, I think it was a spin class. And I got up and went to the spa, honey, and enjoyed the thermal suite area. Y'all, it kind of made me emotional. Hold on, let me see if I can wipe my phone off, y'all. Hold on. Okay. I don't know if that's gonna do any good, but it kind of made me emotional, and then I just came out here to sit and watch the world go by. I'll share my view with you. Hold on, let me show you what I'm looking at. Can you all see it? Y'all see that ship all the way out there? Y'all see that beautiful ship? So that's what I'm looking at. I'm just sitting here watching the ocean and watching that ship as it goes on by, y'all. But yeah, I kind of had an emotional moment in the spa. But I'm an emotional kind of girl, okay? But every now and then, and here's the thing. I said, and I think I told y'all this the other day, I never want to stop being in awe of what God can do, what God has done in my life. But sitting in the spa, I just had an emotional moment where I was just like, girl, you're here. I was actually sitting in the snow room on the spa, and I'm a Florida girl. So 27 years. And so I was just sitting in the snow room and relaxing and enjoying. Hello, hello, hello to everyone, to whoever just joined us. Please say hi so I know who I'm talking to. And please double tap the screen, y'all, to give the video a thumbs up. But I was sitting in the snow room and I was just thinking, like, I'm here. Like, I'm here. And I'm not here because I did everything right, because I made lots of bad choices along the way, but I'm here. Like, and I just kind of got emotional about it because I remember I was separated for 2.5 years before we finally just got divorced. And I remember thinking that, like, praying and asking God to save the marriage, and thinking that if the marriage wasn't saved, that my life was going to be like small and lonely and miserable. And you all, my life is so big and full of people and full of wonderful experiences, and I am happier than I feel like I've ever been. And good morning, Cinquanta. Hello, hello, hello. But I just had that emotional moment where I was just like, because I'm from Florida, like, if you're not from Florida, sitting in a snow room may not take you there. But I did the snow room, the whirlpool, and the sauna, and the aromatherapy room in the spa this morning. But it was in the snow room that I was just sitting there, and I'm like, I am here. Like, thank you, God. Like, I'm here. Because I literally held on to nothing because I was not happy in my marriage and I was not treated well. And I literally held on to nothing because I thought if I let it go, that I would have nothing. I know that doesn't make sense. I know it doesn't make sense. Like, when I look back and when I look back on the thoughts I had then, I'm like, girl, what were you thinking? I don't know. But just to be here, and I'm here with my baby daughter. 2 weeks ago, I was on another cruise with my second youngest daughter. The week before that, I was on a cruise with my oldest daughter. 2 weeks before that, I was on a cruise by myself. A week before that, I was on a cruise with my baby daughter. Like, that's what my life is now, 2 to 3 cruises a month. And if it's not a cruise, it's another amazing experience. Like, and when I get home, I think 2.5 weeks after I get home, I'm going to New Orleans. And like, I'm getting to choose and have all these great experiences. So I got kind of emotional, and I don't know when I'm gonna stop getting emotional about just where I am and what I'm doing and what God is doing in my life. You all, I literally thought that, like, I literally begged God to save the marriage. Not because I was head over heels in love, not because it was a wonderful marriage, not because I was treated well, not because the partnership was good and we were doing great things in the partnership, not because I trusted him, not because, none of that. But just because I thought that if I was alone, I would be miserable. And it's the exact opposite. And I'm not an advocate for marriage. Like, I love marriage. I love love. I love God's design of marriage. I love God's view of marriage. And if everything could have gone the way that I would have preferred, the two of us would have both healed and worked things out and had a wonderful life together. He'd be sitting right there. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened. And so when that marriage fell apart, and I remember thinking, how am I going to put my life together? And then I remember thinking, you're not going to put your life back together. You're going to start a whole new life. And this is where I am. And I'm just absolutely enjoying it. So I just, I don't know, y'all. So I wanted to come on here. Just like I said, I'm sitting outside watching the ocean, the waves. Here, let me flip it around again for you. Look at that. And then if you look, you'll see that other cruise my eye on. But look at that. So yeah, so I just came on to say good morning. And if you're out there and you're at a crossroads in your life, if you're at a point where you have to pivot, and maybe it's a reluctant pivot, like you're not even excited about the pivot, but you just have to, girl, take God's hand and make that pivot. Go ahead and make that change. Go ahead and, if you were going straight, turn right. Whatever it is, just take God's hand and step into your new life, because I could not, 1 year ago today, you couldn't tell me that I'd be this happy, that I'd be this excited about life, that I would be living on cruise ships part-time, that my children are joining me as they're available and we're just traveling to our heart's content, that I'm doing it in a way that's not breaking the bank, because I've told you all before that my cost of living per day on a cruise ship is usually less than my cost of living per day at home. You couldn't have told me this. I could not have predicted this. But it's here. So you all have a fantastic day. Thank you for being part of my journey. I end my vlogs by saying that I hope to see you one day. I'll see you on the next video, and hopefully one day at sea. I mean that. I hope I see each and every one of y'all one day at sea. Y'all have a great day, and I will check in with you later. Bye-bye.